Something we still get asked quite a bit about is annotation of drawings. Now, you can do it using the traditional line mode method, which has been around for a long time, and get lots of detailed annotation on. But people seem to want a little bit more now, certainly for final drawings. So I'm just going to quickly run through how to annotate plans, cross sections and profiles using final drawings and some of the annotation tools we have in there. So first off, I need to create the drawings to annotate. So I have my plan, that's an easy one to annotate. And if I go to analysis, sections, create profiles, I can then create myself a profile to annotate as well. So I pick my reference model and I pick my reference string, hit OK on that, and we get the create profiles panel appear. And I can then add an additional surface, so my ground model, okay, and it will appear here. That's all I really want to do on this panel, so if I hit OK there and rename the main model sections, I've created myself my section model, and if we see here it's displayed on the surface here. Do the same thing with cross sections, so analysis, sections, create cross sections, and go through, and I'm not going to create a huge number of sections, so just the source sections, cross sections. I'm going to limit or add my sections, and I'm going to display the cross sections. Simply next on that, and I can add an additional surface, my ground model, which I'm going to call existing ground. This is for the section set naming, so design on that. Next on that, I'm going to do a constant interval of 50 meters. Add that and finish, and it runs through and creates my sections. And now it's asking how I want to draw them on the display. So I'm going to position them by picking an XY location, and I'm going to place them in an array. The rest of them I'll come back to later. Finish on that, and we see we have a fairly limited number of cross sections. I'm not that bothered about how many I have, but it just gives us an idea of what we're going to annotate. So finish out of that, and you see we now have a drawing that we can annotate quite nicely. So to annotate our drawing, we go to MX, draw, annotation of drawings or pages. Now we use something called MX tips files, which are found in the UK styles folder, and there are several there that you can use. We produce UK typical plan profiles, and we've got some tutorials as one as well, and you can customize these to create your own tips files. In the first instance, I'm going to use the plan one, and if we zoom in a bit, what we have here is a plan MX tips file, and it has all sorts of tangential information on it, chainages, tangent points. We can put lots of information on, and we can turn things on and off. So the first thing we need to do is to select our master string, and then we hit the button to annotate selection, and it goes away, and it annotates our selection with horizontal curve details, and there's also some transition, some chainage information as well, as where transitions start and end, etc., etc. And it'll annotate all of the curves with the information that we've asked. And it's all live and interactive, so if we turn off, for example, one of this arc information, it will remove the arc information, and while the current master string is still selected, we can turn it on and off as we like. As I say, we can edit these as much as we like, so all of these box comments are in here. And as I say, if you edit for your own particular purposes, you can then save away the style. Line colours, text colours, etc., etc. All of the justification can all be altered as well to suit your own particular requirements. Is there anything else to say on plan? As I say, it's worth having a little play around with it to see what you get out of it and to see what you can get out of it. But it's fairly comprehensive, so transition information is there as well. So we've done our plan. Now we can go to our profile, and pretty much the process is exactly the same. We can load up, I'm going to load up the UK profile tips file. No, I don't wish to save the plan changes. So again, profile, we can expand our boxes. We can look at what profile annotation. The easiest way to do it, of course, though, is to pick our reference string again and then hit the annotation button and see what the default gives us. Lots of information on here, little scale bar along the side, vertical tangent point information, vertical intersection point information, and in the boxes underneath we have schematics, horizontal and vertical schematics, longitudinal grade, level differences, and the chainage along the bottom, existing left channel level, proposed level for the center line. So all of these are certainly customizable, and as I say, if we go in and turn off the boxes, it all does it for us while the profile is still selected. And if we go in and want to turn, for example, if we don't want the left channel on there, we can turn that off and it will automatically shift the boxes up. So we get some nice profile drawings out of here, complete with tangent length, gradients, etc., etc. All good, useful information. And not surprisingly, the process is pretty much the same for cross sections as well. So if I go to the cross section panel and load myself up no, I don't want to save the changes to the profile. Load up the cross section, and in this case the selection is going to be a crossing window. So I'll pick my section. You can pick all of the sections. In fact, I'll just demonstrate that. You can pick all of the sections in one go and it'll annotate all of them. And then again, hit the annotation button. And you can see here we get some good annotation, including areas, cut areas, fill volumes, etc., etc. And again, these can be turned on and off as the selection still remains, and you can go in and add values as you wish as well. So, no, I don't. So once you've done this, you have your full drawings annotated. So we've got plans, profiles, cross sections. I'm not going to cover it in this video, but you could then go and lay out your pages. We'll cover that in a later video. Lay out your pages so you get your plan profiles and your cross sections laid out in proper pages, and then export them to whatever format you wish to do for publishing. So there we have it, a quick run through final drawing annotation, giving detailed geometric information on plans, profiles and cross sections.